Hello, in this video we're just going to quickly work through these three questions here from the homework. So in a complete sentence, explain how the graph of y equals 3x squared compares to the graph of y equals x squared. The sentence has been started for you. So the graph of y equals 3x squared is the graph of y equals x squared stretched vertically by a factor of 3. So that's what it is in words, and I said when you think about these types of transformations you want to think about what are we doing in words and what are we doing mathematically at each point of the parent graph. The parent graph being y equals x squared. So what this means is we're going to take each y value from y equals x squared and multiply it by 3. There we go. Next one, in a complete sentence, explain how the graph of y equals x plus 2 compares to the graph of y equals x squared. Now remember, we're a little further along our sheets here. If you forget this, make sure you go back. This specific process is in sheet 4. So we take a look here, our parent operation. So remember that word, parent. We have these two words we want to make sure we're familiar with. We want to be sure we know what a parent operation and what a parent function is. So the parent function is y equals x squared, and the parent operation is a squared operation. The reason why we stress knowing these at this level is because next year, when you learn about transformations with other graphs and other shapes, what you'll recognize is it's exactly what you're doing this year. You're just taking different shapes and applying the same transformations. So if we're adding 2 before we apply the parent operation, we're affecting the horizontal position. So this compares to the graph y equals x squared. So the graph of y equals x plus 2 squared is the graph of y equals x squared shifted 2 units to the left. Remember, horizontal shifts lie. Plus 2 is to the left, minus 2 would be to the right. So now let's talk about what we do in the math. So we take each x value from y equals x squared and subtract 2. Okay, let's look at this last one now. In a complete sentence, explain how the graph of y equals negative x squared minus 7 compares to the graph of y equals negative x squared. So notice, we've thrown a little curveball at you here. I'm telling you that my starting graph is y equals negative x squared, which is already right here. So notice, let's get a red pen out here. Remember how I said in the previous question we think about it as a starting shape as our parent graph? I'm almost saying to you now the starting shape of our parent graph is y equals negative x squared. Okay, so with this question, we say the graph of y equals negative x squared minus 7 is the graph of y equals negative x squared shifted 7 units. And notice, we subtract the 7 after the application of the parent operation. So this is affecting our vertical position down. So what do we do mathematically? We take each y value from y equals negative x squared and subtract 7. I hope this video helped.